Okay, so this one is really late because this came out a couple years ago, but I just finally managed to get it into my collection as my dog interrupts us. My chair's in her way. But anyways, so yeah, for years I wanted to get this in my collection. Never actually had this on DVD. I haven't had these actually since VHS, so it's been 16 years at least since I've had it in my collection, except for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which was one of the earliest Blu-rays that I bought. And actually, yeah, actually I think I may have bought that the day I bought my first actual non-PS3 Blu-ray player. But as for the first three, yeah, I haven't had them in any form whatsoever in years. And to see if I can adjust this so get the lighting a little bit better. There, no. Yeah, I guess that's about as good as it's going to get. Maybe if I got a second light for the other side of the desk. But anyway, so yeah, Indiana Jones, Complete Adventures. This is actually one of my Black Friday week finds. Was going for $24.99 on Amazon, which is by far the lowest I've seen. Although, to be honest, the set itself normally, it doesn't cost that much anymore. I think it's usually around 35 to 40 bucks. But I figured 25, that's probably the cheapest I'm ever going to find it. And yeah, so we'll open it up. I'm drinking coffee here in the background. Now it does have, obviously, the backing. So before I actually take the backing off, take a quick look. Just try and center that and zoom in a little bit. There we go. So you can see that. Move this rather than the tripod because that becomes a pain in the ass. Okay, so there's the backing. I laid out so you can see it a little bit clearer. So, what do we have? We have a picture of the discs. Now, I must admit at the time of watching this, I have not, as of yet, watched the special features, but apparently we have 7 hours of them, so on the set with Raiders of the Lost Ark, archival footage. I've clips that they're using, I've obviously seen these before. I'm assuming some of this probably came over from the DVD. So we've got the making of all 4 Indiana Jones films, cast and crew interviews, behind the scenes peeks, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, so that's the additional. So we'll take the backing off. There we go. The goop, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to bring this back out. The holding on sticky stuff, yeah, I'll call it that, is on the case. Although at least it comes off. There we go. No residue. Much better than the Walmart stickers, which just destroy cases. So anyway, so here we have the set itself. I'll open it up. So another one of these really nice digibooks. Actually, it's really cool that a lot of these sets, or multi-movie sets of films that I grew up with, at least with Blu-ray, come with these nice sets. In DVD, it usually just would have been big cases, generally with 4 movies, and then maybe digipacks a little bit later. But with these, it's kind of like the Ghostbusters, the 2 Ghostbusters movies and Back to the Future. Just, you know, really awesome, cool digibooks. So there we go, we've got that. Then we got some more artwork on the back. Then we'll open up. So we have Indiana Jones, The Complete Adventures, some more artwork. And if you look at this, a lot of people have actually complained about this, and I will add myself to the chorus of complainers. It's not Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's how it's always been, that's how it always should be. But for marketing purposes, now everything is Indiana Jones and the insert blank. Anyway, so we got some artwork. Disc itself, obviously digibook, so it's in the pages of said digibook. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This was actually the first out of the 3 that I saw. Well, Last Crusade wasn't out yet, but this was the first Indiana Jones film that I saw. And I actually picked it up right at the heart pulling out scene, so that was my introduction to Indiana Jones. And I think maybe 7, 8 maybe 9. No, probably younger than that. Yeah, I was about 8 when I saw it. So yeah, it scared the living hell out of me. So that's, in terms of movie history, this is one of those things that always sticks in my head. But this was the first one that was actually properly called Indiana Jones and the insert blank, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Then we have, for 1989, one thing I remember about 1989, that summer, there was just, it seems like everything came out that summer. You had the first Batman, the good Batman, well, the first 2 were good of the original 4. You had Batman, you had Indiana Jones, you had Ghostbusters 2, and Star Trek 5, which, although Star Trek was what I was the biggest fan of, it's probably one of the worst of the movies. So yeah, Star Trek 5 kind of got lost in between 3 absolutely awesome movies, but The Last Crusade. And this is also notable, because who else could be Indiana Jones' father other than Sean Connery? So, yeah, no, some people would argue maybe not as good as the first 2. I don't know, I've always liked this one. In fact, I didn't even know some people didn't like it until the internet came into existence, so yeah, whatever. So, more artwork, book in the sleeve. Now we're on to...
Threat has been detected.
Frickin' Avast. What do I have there? Yeah, that's been showing up the past couple days. Although I think I might actually get an actual non-free virus scanner and clear off whatever that is. But yeah, so we've been rudely interrupted by Avast. Actually, no, it's coming from uTorrent, whatever it is. We'll deal with that later. But anyway, so here we're on to what is probably... I'm just going to take a sip of my coffee. What is probably the more, well, definitely, I'd say, the most controversial of the 4 films, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which came out in 2008. I actually saw this on my 30th birthday. So this was my 30th birthday present. Now, my views on this, they're not necessarily as bad as they were when it originally came out. But anyway, so yeah, so it was my 30th birthday. It wasn't, I don't know, I thought it was a little far-fetched. I don't really like Shia LaBeouf, although now I just find him, well, he's insane. But I've since revisited. I don't dislike it as much as I did, especially if you compare it to the previous 4 movies. I think what a lot of people criticize this for, well, it's just so unrealistic and just whatever. I'm like, well, if you watch them in order, 1, 2, 3, and 4, really, this isn't really that out in left field compared to the first 3. I'm like, God, look at the Temple of Doom. Yeah, so I think one thing that brings us down is the overuse of CG in some places, which I really think could have done without. I think by 2008, a lot of people were starting to get sick of CG. Now we're definitely sick of CG. I just have to look at Pompeii as to how overblown and ridiculous it can be. But other than that, like, the story's not that bad. Like, it's Indiana Jones. It does pick up where they left off. Obviously, this was 19 years after The Last Crusade, from 1989 to 2008. But yeah, what was it the best way to end it? If it is the end, well, I don't know. It's like it's not as bad as people say it is, and like I said, it is the weakest out of the 4, but it's not terrible. But I think it's the same thing that The Last Crusade, I guess I found out in retrospect, had to deal with. A lot of people just didn't like that either. And I think it's going to happen with anything when you have, you know, a couple movies that have been beloved. Then you have something that comes out several years later. Whatever that is that comes out several years later is not going to be liked. And a lot of it, I think it's more of a psychological thing. The earlier movies have, you know, nostalgia attached to it, because it's not so much even just the movie that you identify with. It's, you know, the time that you watched it, and you were probably much younger, probably a kid when you watched the first 2. So, of course, regardless, it could be the best movie ever made. It's not going to hold the same level of magic for you because you're older. So I think that's why a lot of people just shit on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But, I don't know, I don't mind it. So, oh yeah, and we'll just look right here. So we've got some, the bonus features disc with its own collection of artwork, and then here at the end, just all the credit stuff. Should be Raiders of the Lost Ark. But anyways, so that is Indiana Jones: The Complete Adventures. I actually like this case. It's nice, solid, sturdy. But that's all I have for today. So, we'll straighten him out there. He's not crooked. There. He's still kind of... Whatever. But anyway, so that's all I have for today. So, as always, everyone, thank you for watching. Have a great day. And I have to go back to marking papers, which is another story altogether, which I'm not looking forward to. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day. And goodbye.